Can a black witch live?
That's the theme. If you want to know
tonight's title.
what came up, truly is that tonight's title, and maybe the title of the rest of our lives together is, can a black witch live? That's the question. Okay, can a black witch live?
Right.
Because it's been enough putting up with these motherfuckers out here. I'm so done. And I told people this when I had my birthday. I said, my birthday's coming and you getting ready to get light. I told people to get, let me remind you, I told people to get shades. I told people to step back, and I told people to get ready.
Why?
Because I said, I need to come up with something.
Because we fested.
Exactly. I need to come up with something that makes me happy for once.
Yes, we're festing.
I'm always doing something to see where I can fit my happiness inside of this larger story that a bunch of damn people that never talk to me or ask me no damn questions about my input or what I thought or how I thought shit should go. They created all these systems like you're supposed to go work on, don't you know everybody goes to work on Monday. Bitch, says who? All these fucking rules, I'm done. So I said, get your glasses, because I realized this year, every bone, everything in my body said, don't do it for another minute. Well, you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna get sick and die early.
And remember, you said that to me on my birthday when you gave me that reading the day before my birthday, and I was talking about feeling like, oh, I'm an artist, I should be writing every day, and if I don't write every day, that doesn't mean that I'm an artist. And all this stuff. And you broke it down. You were like, we are not robots, we are human, and if it's too linear, it's not for you.
Right. Right.
And that was so freeing, because they want us to be, in these boxes, and then they hold up all these examples. See, this person does this every day. This person juices every day.
And this is
person
normal,
exercises every day.
Right.
They're good.
Right.
You don't do those things. Oh, you can't really be a healer.
Right. Absolutely.
How are you an artist?
How are you an artist and you're not doing that? Right. And I think the black woman's form is curvaceous. We need to follow our true form. We're not linear beings, honey.
Right.
We have to follow our true form, and that is that's what we are here to do.
Yeah.
Word power. That whisper in your ear from Dr. G Love was word power.
Yeah.
Okay. The hearing of our ancestors.
Yeah.
That's word power.
Yeah.
And that is the essence of what Black Witch is the decolonization of our mind, so that the muting of this outside BS, so that we can hear what internally is working for us.
And what's not working.
What's not working anymore. Right? This ease manifests in the body via word power.
Yes.
Right? Not saying that we don't have things that ail us or disease that is really, really real. And yes, that is true. And what else is true? That we do have the power of healing. And even the dying off of parts of ourselves is healing.
Right. And our body is in our body is in a constant state. Every time we shower, things are dying off. Everything in us dies off. We have our cycle, right? Something is leaving every single month.
Every single month.
So why do we want to keep the same mind we had 10 years ago? If everything else in our body is changing, why are we keeping ourselves stagnant?
Ashe to that.
Well, I actually feel like I want a little bit answer that question. This is a prismatic world. There are many different ways in which you can answer any question. I feel a strong prism blinking on the cube.
Come on. Green and clear.
Because that's a very intentional, purposeful design by what's commonly known as the powers that be.
Yes.
And war is real. We live in a time of war. And any true warrior, any major military operation, and anything like this, the real deal of what is war in this wartime, long centuries, all of what we considered written history has been wartime.
Right.
It's strategy.
Yes.
So we're talking about rising up, we're talking about colonialization, we're talking about oppression, we're talking about dispossession, we're talking about all these words that we gotta think piece about. We're talking about all these concepts of like trying to get our minds on track to decolonize and then drag the spirit along behind, saying, goodness, finally. is somebody designed this. Taking the divine feminine out of time and place required a profound strategy.
Yes.
That was the beginning of the wartime, was the war on the witches.
Yes.
When you want to have, people, there's more people. Here's the thing. Wartime is wartime. They kicked off a war on the black witches, on the brown witches, on the white witches, on the yellow witches, on the red witches, on the purple witches, and on, especially if you haven't noticed what they've done to them in popular culture, y'all, the green witches have really got a bad rap. What's up with all that hater-rating on the green witch? Why did she get it like that? But that's another thing. Either way, they will going after everybody. Well, going after a witch, everyone, why do you want to use the word witch? Black Witch Chronicles. Because I want to just go right back ahead and change that little mindset everybody has. That's a strategic word that they created to fuck us up on being ourselves. They want to confuse us and be like, anything associated with witch, and they extrapolated it and made it green-faced and long-nosed and big-hatted and, you know, didn't exaggerate
Ugly.
it. Scary, ugly, Medusa, all this
Warts
shit.
on the nose.
Caricature.
Right.
You know,
Right.
because that's like an ongoing icon designed to keep us underneath this spell.
Right.
This anti-self spell. Because the only thing a witch is an awake, daggone, wombed being, and everybody comes from a womb.
Right.
There ain't one person here who didn't miraculously descend from somewhere into somebody's womb.
Right.
And that's really true.
Right. And they took everything that was sacred, everything that was womanly, and flipped it to something ugly and dirty and sneaky. Can't trust women, and all of those things.
Because they labeled it a witch.
And they labeled it a witch.
Because the design is you can't trust healers.
Right.
You can't trust women.
Right.
Don't listen to a damn thing they say.
Right.
Don't pay them what they. Don't pay them what you owe. You better have my money.
That's our new theme song. We're getting too loud. We can whisper it. Look. 1, 2, 3. Bitch, better have my money. What you owe?
Rihanna, we love you, boo.
That's right.
You killed the game on that.
But talking about don't trust women, and we were talking about this, right? Women, what do you know about having a baby?
Right.
What do you mean you're going to sit down and let gravity do what it needs to do naturally? No, get on this table, the most uncomfortable position ever to have a baby. What do you want to listen to that midwife for? She doesn't know what she's talking about. Here goes this man who's never had a baby. He knows how to tell you how to do that.
And definitely don't trust your magic. Don't even believe that you have magic.
Right.
Don't trust it for a minute. And if we see that you're discussing with some ancestor spirit beings, where are they going? Where you going?
You're going to the insane asylum.
Baby.
Word up.
You're going to the straitjacket. Because something must be wrong with you.
Right.
What do you mean you hear voices?
That's what
Alexis, you know who I'm shouting out right now? We talked about that asylum piece. That's the place they sent witches, y'all. Plenty of witch has lived out much of their lifetime in an asylum over the centuries since they invented them type of places.
But even look at the artists. Look at the artists women that they put in insane asylums. Right?
Right.
Yes. They got people out here so vexed they got chopped their ear off to get famous. Make a major offering. That's like an old bar offering. Just cut your ear off, put it in the soup. Just like, we got to go to all that just to be free. What? Can a black witch live?
Yeah. Right. Word power. Word power.
So you want to give an example of how to flip that?
So let's talk about word power and how to flip that on its head, right? We accept spell work, and I want to say that it's spell work via history, via what has happened in the past, what somebody has said to us, and those things languish in our minds and in our hearts and in our spirit. Okay, and it's hard to retell yourself a story. it's hard to tell yourself a story that has been embedded so deep.
Yes.
And that is spell work.
Yes.
Trust that is.
Yes.
Somebody have told you that you're ugly,
Yes.
you're fat, you're this, you're that, and automatically you start to pick on the weight.
Yes.
Tell me that ain't powerful word power. Okay? And so what we're talking about is a new dynamic of manifesting who and what you are as spirit beings and witches on this planet.
Manifesting people.
Yes. Yes. And
What she
even in
said.
that, flipping what I know.
Right. That's why I flipped the
Let's
word
talk
on it.
about
Let's
it.
flip
Yes.
the word manifest. There's too much man out here. First of all, nothing against dudes. There's none. We love
Nothing against y'all.
brothers.
We love you. Come on. No. That we got you. All right.
But they already know that because where they come from. So we already being good, brothers.
Brothers,
The first
we
piece
got
of fighting words all across the world is to talk about somebody's mama. Ain't no way confused about the details. It's just the spells, the counter spells that have been laid on everybody.
Yes.
So-
It has everybody infighting and misappropriating each other's thoughts.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and just misbehaving.
Right.
So you know, it's like if we start changing the words a little bit, it shakes up how we begin words that come out and we don't pay attention to. If you mess it up the word, then you're like, well, what do they mean by manifesting? What do they mean by being prismatic about it all? Like, oh, now you just want to include everybody and everything?
Yes, the hell we do. Yes, the hell we do.
You just want to be like
We're
a big, now
proposing
you want to
that.
act like a globe? You want to act like what you really are is a big spinning ball in space that whips around this big hot flaming ball, and then the whole thing hurtles through space like this into something called like infinite time.
Yes. That's exactly what we're proposing. We're proposing an inclusion of every damn body on the damn planet.
And beyond. And beyond.
And beyond. And beyond.
And beyond.
And like to really encourage people to skip being outraged that they live, I repeat, on a spinning ass ball out in space.
Right.
Which really out in space. You ever look at the stars at night? Really weird just look like that too. With all these little fucking details. Can you believe we have to be accepting of one another? Nobody cares. That is not what this is about. So it's like that was the spell. Sort of think about it and then begin to go back and counterspell it. Just be like, you know what?
Right.
Can a black witch live?
Can a black witch live? We're gonna keep saying that.
Yeah.
Because hashtag can a black witch live, okay? Because when we propose that question, we're proposing it as counterintelligence to what you already know. We're asking, can a black witch live in this environment where she is constantly attacked, where she is constantly, like they just cut the programs in Illinois for autism, all kind of social services, cut the link card food subsidies. Come on, can a black witch live?
Here too.
Right. Can we eat? And what is that in Missouri? Okay, you know, I understand that you're trying to get people to eat a healthier way, but this is out of judgment. So people can't eat a steak, or they're proposing that you not eat steak or seafood. Because you're not worthy. What they're saying is you're not worthy of it. We gotta talk about word power.
Yes.
You're not worthy. They're too. Let me tell you something. They're afraid of us. Just know that. The colonial rule is afraid of us. So they ain't gonna say y'all black asses ain't worthy.
Right.
But what they will say is you can't have steak.
Right.
Or seafood.
Right.
Well, y'all done poison that motherfucking seafood anyway. So eat that shit. And die. Eat it and die.
But I think though that's why we have to get quiet though at times, right? That's why we have to get quiet so we can read between those code words. Because we're so busy having everything on. You know, I'm always about the electronics. We're so busy having everything on. We're so busy going here, overworking, working out, doing all of this stuff that we're not listening. So we don't know to say, oh, they don't want me to have steak. They don't think I'm worthy. we just automatically go to the place of, well, if I worked harder and I wasn't on the state in the first place, then I'd be able to buy my kids some steak. And maybe if I made better choices about who I slept with, maybe I wouldn't be a mother, not knowing that spirit intentionally wanted to come through you.
That's
But that's that word, right?
That's that strategy
right?
they have on you.
Or I've had too many kids, so I'm on the state and blah blah blah,
Right.
and I gotta have subsidies,
Right.
And come on,
Right.
What? It really may very well be not any two-legged human alive responsible for being the they or for creating those strategies, because we're talking about strategies that were implemented very intentionally. People, get on the Google and get your mind right. Nobody's making nothing up over here.
nobody's making.
Plenty of rewriting of the Bible,
plenty
plenty of cultivating of this linear thing, plenty of ripping all these pages out of the Bible and throwing them down if they had women doing anything in them, or if they even had magic in them, if they had anything exciting in them. It all got, burnt up somewhere, and you can occasionally they find an archive. Like, what is that? I'm not going there. Either way, those of y'all who need to catch up, move quickly.
Yeah, because we're going to keep going.
Times of the essence. The planet is going to keep spinning, doing that circle thing. We got a little orbit too, that's real cute. And then we're going to spin through. So catch the fuck up with your own where you are on the spin. That's real.
That's real. That's
Just
real.
don't think you're so special for catching up. Everybody's like, oh, Dr. G want to try, and I already talked about this, don't put me on a pedestal, because there's no pedestal to be on. I'm like, hello? I'm standing around waiting on people. I'm like, did you think I just want to do what? Like live alone? Can a black witch live? I'll tell you why I can't live alone.
That's right. And we ain't trying to.
Right.
We're trying to talk to our sisters and our brothers and tell y'all, come on, get on the train. It's about to leave port. Work with a witch. So what we're also saying is flip this dynamic of binary thinking, right? That gender is binary, one. Like this male-female shit, we got to get past that because it's fluid. It is what people feel here in their soul, It ain't about this. Okay? So
Well,
I was like, it's about that, but it ain't
I know
about.
what you mean.
It ain't always about that.
I know what you mean.
What we
just couldn't help
presenting.
ourselves.
We couldn't help ourselves.
It's been my birthday and the turn up has been real. Let me tell you, I'm 40 years old and these big sisters have carried me on the journey this weekend.
The baby black witch just made 40, and that's why we all gathered together. The baby has. So that's it. Now we've matured and we're ready for you.
Right.
We're like, we were just waiting for this little maturation phase for everybody to get 40 and up.
That's right.
And started having these curvaceous conversations.
Right. And so taking that word power and doing something else with it.
Right.
All right?
Right.
Yes, honey, I am fat. Okay? But I can outrun a lot of y'all motherfuckers. Meet me on the pavement. All right? Just finished the triathlon. What? Okay? Don't think that you know who I am and don't profess to label me with your words. I get to self-define. I get to say who I am. I'm taking back all of that power, kicking in the door and coming in your front door, okay? For my reclamation of what I am and who I am. And you get to do that too.
Ashe.
Everybody in this room gets to do that.
Ashe.
Word power.
It sounds like the natives are restless.
Did I say strategy earlier? Old, long time ago strategy.
Right.
There's always a way to prevent that uprising of people's native state. Your natural, native, aboriginal, spiral spirited, indigenous to being the spinning, not even being on the thing. You're not on it. You are the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
You are the thing.
We could all chill out and just be the thing. It wouldn't be so quick. Like, I'm gonna fight over pieces of the thing. You are the thing. I don't need my liver and my kidney and my diaphragm fighting over trying to colonize my body. Because you know what that sounds like to me? Cancer.
Come on.
Wow.
Come on. Come on.
I am so hurt behind cancer. We could just sit here and I would cry the rest of this show. These dying from cancer things where the body starts to colonize its own self, just like we're doing to our own body. This thing has got me burnt to pieces. Burnt to pieces to be aware of what's going down, and not hardly nobody else wants to talk about it. And so then you just have to bury people like that, and you know, all that trauma and drama we're going through with helping people to live through these unbelievable diseases that are just ravaging the body.
Right.
There's so much to support, and everybody's suffering from it. I'm like, group, we really could take a cue from our own bodies. Like I said, that anxiety, well, guess what? That cancer, everything is your body trying to talk to you because you are the earth. The earth is crying out for help through your own body. You are the geography, the landscape, the climate. All of this stuff is you, and it's not complicated to just admit that has to be true. This is not a specialty item. This is not advanced magic, y'all, because believe me, I have that. Hey. But let me stay my fucking ass in preschool right now. You know, because we over here dying of cancer all day and fracking up the earth. What?
And where do fibroids come from? That is massively wreaking the womb of women of color. Can we talk about that?
Right. Absolutely.
Black women.
But again, it's that spell. It's that
spell.
original "you ain't shit, you're not worthy" spell.
Right.
That we all got through images and everything else.
That's where the anger comes from.
Of course.
From having it.
And the
having to discover my way through the counterspell is so enraging because I can't help but be outraged whenever I realize a new version of who I am. The king never lies. Like, oh my gosh, I've been lying to myself my whole life and calling myself an honest person.
Come on.
I'm confused by this sentiment.
And we'll go to church. Some of us will go to church, go to our sanctuaries, bow down and profess to God, and will not lie to nobody else in your community, but will continue to lie to yourself.
Church every Sunday, but
Every
when's the last time you did your pap smear?
Baby.
Or your mammogram?
Your breast exam.
Come on, then.
Come on.
Get your colon checked.
Get your colon checked,
You
men.
know, or the
Come on.
For the
prostate.
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 Wake up.
We going there. We're going to continue to go there. Okay? Because it's high time the spell that we've been under be cast away. And we need all healers on deck. We ain't got time for y'all to be like second guessing. I don't know whether I'm a healer. I don't know whether I'm hearing stuff. Yeah, you know.
You know who you are? You know who you are? Let me explain something to you, 'cause I'm going to go back to the body as metaphor right now, because you know what? That's what Valencia brought to us today. Valencia Womb One. That is exactly right. If you use the body really as geography, liberating the land, a body and a soul at a time, you know, to get this, it's not just acreage, baby, it's everything. If you're thinking of the body as landscape, well, let's think about this. My lungs decided they fucking hate my kidneys. And my kidneys decide to take out a counter war on my lungs. And I'm all wheezing and can't breathe, and my piss doesn't do right, and this thing start going off. So what is this acne breakout I'm having? Whatever. Something starts feeling wrong. In my case, I'll tell you what it is. It's these terrible aches and pains and stiffness in my joints that will come and plague me since I'm like 16 years old. Because it's been all this drama. Has to go sit somewhere. For me, it goes and sits in my joints, you know, and I'm grateful for that, because you could have made other choices that would have been more deadly, frankly. So, you know, my limited mobility in certain times and places frustrates me, because I wish I was dropping the bomb, basically, all the time, and I can't always do that just yet, but I'm inspired by you.
Yes, Rewrite a new story.
I am. But you know, do I want my aortas and my arterial system to begin to get jealous of the fact that the people in their words and, you know, manifestation,
It's the bourbon,
right?
It's the bourbon.
It's not the bourbon, it's the whole spirit of the thing. The spirit of wild turkey.
The spirit of wild turkey.
I'm so excited. I can touch you both while I talk. You don't know. What's really going on over here for me is this. I'm like this. I'm my sister. Touching you. Yes, touching you.
Yes.
While we do
In the
this.
flash, in the flash.
Finally.
Yes. Love you, boo. Mwah.
Feel the wood.
Let me do it. I got it.
Fix it.
Yeah, fix it.
Okay.
Jesus, take the wheel.
I think you get my point. To harmonize than it is to take everything apart. But we all are taking everything apart.
Yeah, we're dismantling.
That's what all the
disrupting.
borders and the boundaries and the global wars and everybody has a fucking nuclear bomb and this shit is get to go. Long list of it. It's really, we can just start right here in the body. Stop trying to think you need to go outside of yourself and create a big LLC operation and get government to approve some grant to you to make you feel that you did something right on planet Earth. Why don't you just fucking do it from your house?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, for real. That's what I mean. Fucking preschool.
Yeah.
Can we just all of us say, oh, 1, 2, 3, I will fucking be geography.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And by using my mind that way, the power of word and the power of that triggers the power of thought and a whole new way of seeing things. That's what we mean by new paradigm. It's not just a cool thing to slang
Right.
when you're doing your think piece, whatever. It's
And you put it away in the cabinet. After you got your PhD, you set it on there, you thought about it, you put it back, you put it on the shelf and never to speak about it again. That is not what we're talking about.
Right.
It's not really to be speaked about except to inspire yourself and others to evolve.
Right.
Yeah. Like because I have to keep waking up to who I am. And every time I wake up to a new level of who I am, I repeat, I do get angry. Every time. Because I keep waking up and calling myself out a liar. I keep being entirely and utterly and completely misguided and wrong. And I'm mad each time. I'm like, I've been talking shit all forever.
And I'm still fucked up. Like all these years of splitting apart and
Right.
yeah. But it's a process.
Of course.
I mean, we're
Like
under a
atmosphere.
40+ year spell just in this lifetime.
Come on. In this lifetime.
Yes, but it's been 2,500
You know?
years or more
Right.
since, the goddess has been able to just roam freely through
Right.
the planet, or as the planet, I should say, spin freely.
Right.
The goddess ain't been spinning freely for about 25 grand.
Right.
Just done. I'm done.
Right.
That's why I said that for my birthday. That was why that was my resolution. Because this whole wait, I feel like 25, however long it's been long enough.
It's
And I have one more minute in me. And my body was starting to get broke down. It wanted to colonize itself. I was making poor decisions. I couldn't get my mind right. I'd taken such a long journey into the underworld to try to heal myself and rip myself to pieces so I could decolonize myself. Once I came back from doing that, I felt so much better. I had no choice except to just throw the whole sword and shield down and say, well, I guess I have no choice but to be me. I just have to be myself. 45 is a beautiful age to do it. You know, it's a time when women begin to really mature. You know, a lot of, old school. You got to go back and find out, like, what your indigenous people who still practice and who have been the wisdom keepers who carry it forward. Wherever that is, wherever your culture is, it doesn't matter. You just want to go. By the way, everybody across, there's no differences. All of a sudden, it's not arguments anymore because globally, everybody's indigenous ancestry is all the same. It all comes down to being the atmosphere. It's always going to be about the directions, northeast, south, and west. It's always going to be about the stars. It's always going to be about earth, air, fire, water, ether.
Right.
It's always going to be about the humors of the body.
Yes.
It's always going to be about childbirth. It's always going to be about death and burials. It's going to be about trees, which provide all the oxygen we need to live.
And the ritual spirit work.
The ritual spirit.
And the ritual spirit work.
Yeah.
Right?
So that's how we all cooperate with each other. We can end up, when we go into ritual spirit work, that's when we do speak best to the trees. There's already a prearranged thing on planet Earth that in ritual spirit work, you go into this place where all of a sudden animals emerge into, the animal family can talk to humans and the plant family can talk, and all these different, it's just this location that already pre-exists for us because it was created by whoever came before us.
Right.
Where that's like a calling of a meeting of the beings of planet Earth. It's like, you know, the body all coming together and harmonizing. A lot of times that's why we'll do a cleanse, a detox, go on a raw diet, call ourselves, you know, alkalizing.
Right.
Because we say, I want to just harmonize. I don't want no arguments between any part of my body. I want my white blood cells to be happy. I don't want my veins and arteries in that argument, you know. Why does everybody call everything they see veins? Why don't they call it arteries? You know what I mean? The arteries could be mad at veins just for their popularity. They could be hating right now.
Right. And the ritual spirit work is the call and response, right? It is the call and response. Right. Whatever you say from here is the response from the universe. Right?
Yes.
It's call and response work at its basic level. If you look at a woman's fertile mucus under a microscope, and this is mid-cycle mucus taken from the cervix, right? It's called ferning. And why is it called ferning? It's called ferning because it looks like a fern.
Wow.
It's beautiful. It directly connects us to the trees, the plant medicine. We are the plant medicine. And so whatever we are calling out into the universe, whatever we are calling that tree outside, that is what we are. So
Where's my tree spirit? Where are you?
I just want people to understand that how you treat the planet is a direct correlation with how you treat yourself.
Yes.
That is the medicine.
Yes.
And so when we can change the dynamics of our words,
Yes.
when we can use our speaking voice to call ourselves something different, something like life, something like peace, something like harmony, something like unity, something like all things that is within us, something like woman, something like man, something like tree. We will be what we have become, we've been put on this planet to be. This is the crux of what our work is as spirit workers, is to take what we now know, what we have been colonized with, and turn that into something different, right? And just like there is books put on the planet designed to keep us enslaved, there is message and word and books out there designed to free us if you only dig for it. If you only call, the universe will respond and put into your cipher what you need to know.
Well,
We call ourselves witches.
yes.
And everything we need comes into our cipher.
I mean, look at, y'all are in our living room. Like, this is crazy. Like, we started on Google Hangout, like last year around the same time.
Right.
Janky Google Hangout.
Janky Google Hangout.
Like,
Right.
putting on all the
I love
time.
you, Google Hangout. I love you. Brought us
Dr. G
together.
love you.
Yeah, brought us together.
We
You
did
were
it,
our
brought
little
us together,
platform. You
right?
brought us together. You get to be my friend.
Right, just the word though, the
Right.
word and the frequencies in our words, that first conversation that we had.
Right.
as three.
That's 3.
Right? And then the words just continued and continued and continued. And now there are people in our living room that we don't even know yet.
I know them over there.
Okay.
I know my tree spirit.
I know, yeah, I know everybody.
Well, you know what I mean.
We know. We know a little something.
Right? And
Right.
and like lights and like live stream and all of this started with the idea and then the word. Right? You just said, I'm coming to New York. We're going to have a photo shoot. We're going to do a Black Witch Chronicles. And then we was like, yeah, let's do a live something. Da-da-da-da-da.
Right.
And here it is. Manifested.
Manifest.
Easily.
Trim it.
Easily.
Tranny, femi-fested.
You can switch them up. You can put them in any order. Because you know what? It's a linear, remember, spinning thing with its own spinning orbit that then spin and orbits around that big burning thing, and then has all these other co-orbits, and then the whole thing twists and moves forward into what we would only consider infinity.
Yeah.
It's okay to act up and switch things around. Yeah.
Think of words as a curvaceous Black woman.
Yes.
Okay, put them in any order you want to. Put them in any order you want to. It's still gonna come out right there.
Corey, keep us on time. So
Yeah, what time is it?
What
Should we
time
talk
is
to
it? Are
folks
we
in the
all right?
living room? What's happening?
Just keep going.
We're good.
Y'all got any questions?
Yeah, let's talk to them.
Audience, what y'all want to know? Y'all got something?
Look at Asha. Look how she dressed up.
So beautiful.
Come on, Asha. Can you come over here? Cause
Please.
Asha,
Can you
Oh,
keep going
yes.
Asha did our makeup.
Yes.
Asha has been
Asha is a goddess of
Yes.
Black Witch.
Yes.
This queen has been giving it to us all weekend. She has done magic with our faces. Do you see the blood coming down to my forehead? That's because I've been beat.
Yeah. No, seriously, yesterday we was like, we gotta get a restraining order for Asha. She's been beating us all day. You'll see when the photos come out.
We have
Yes.
been beat by this woman, this queen
this
right
right.
here.
Consistently.
Yes.
Well, I just want to say that the past couple days has been truly like coming home, and I am just so appreciative of being part of the spinning, and it's been really beautiful. So thank you.
We love you.
And it has been all of that. That's the best way I can describe it, because there aren't any words.
Yeah. Well, and it's like you sent me that email, or maybe I was at your house months, and you were like, I think we should do a coven. Remember you got the book, and
Yes.
I never answered because I was like, I don't know, but I didn't answer.
I know.
But I wasn't worried. I know, but I guess we did our coven, right?
I know.
We did our coven.
Honey, off of Rihanna, bitch better have my money. Didn't we dance last night?
We did.
That's our
Let me
theme
tell
song
you,
right now.
Bras was off, baby. You see all of this? Corey called me the titty witch.
Yeah.
Corey called me the titty witch because,
I've
baby, when these cameras come up, bras come off. Nobody got time for that. You know, that is something that is patriarchal rule too. But I did love the corset
I was
for
just about to
a
say,
minute.
Yeah.
For a minute, because that got my life together. You
Yes.
see Zoe right here.
I'm so
That
in
got
love
my life
with the
together.
corset.
It's all a tool. It's all a tool of magic, honey. We used it for a minute and sat it to the side.
I'm not sure. Well, you just better get ready because these images
Yeah.
Fabiola
Will
Jean Louis
just-
photography.
just go like
Look it
this
up.
inside of you and yank it out.
excited.
And age into beauty. That's Aja's age
Talk
into
to
beauty.
us. Talk to us about age into beauty.
So, age into beauty is how I've rebranded myself, and it personifies everything that we've talked about today. The idea of growing into yourself, and becoming. You know, we are always becoming and transforming and growing and evolving, and you can either suck it up and face it and handle that shit with grace, or you can fight it and get sick, be depressed, be angry, die too early, lose yourself, be in unhappy situations, or you can embrace it, change, transform, grow, evolve. I mean, there's no choice.
There's no choice.
Yeah, so
There's no choice.
I'm so glad you said age into beauty, because one of the things we've been talking about for these past couple of days is how important and how happy we are that we're all over 40, right? Having this conversation and really presenting another image that, you know, you don't have to be, you know, everything doesn't stop at 25 or 35, right?
And like, 40 ain't the new 30. It's 40,
is definitely 40.
It's 40.
And 46
and
is
it's beautiful.
46.
It's 40.
Don't get
it ain't got to be younger.
Right.
It just got to be.
Right.
Well, and here's the thing. I mean, this is a new understanding for me as it relates to the number, because I'm very proud to be the age that I am. But I'm the egg. I'm not even the fetus yet.
Right.
I don't even know.
Right.
That's why when you said that about being angry with the process, who you used to be, like living the lie, like, you know, waking up and learning something new, or having a new understanding, or realizing, and you know, having this understanding that the way you've been living your life, it potentially was a lie. And to grow and evolve and just surrender and accept it is so beautiful.
Yeah, and then you will find your tribe.
And
yes.
And when you go out into the world and it treats you so horribly, you know that you have your tribe.
Yes.
You recognize you strangers, babies, animals, trees.
Everything changes.
It's so beautiful. It really, really is.
And each tribal member presents itself.
In the right time.
Yeah. Even in the plant world, whatever, people have their favorite trees, their favorite parks, their favorite hikes. People develop these beautiful nature relationships, but then they compartmentalize the relationships somewhere over here, you know.
Right.
You know, people can't help the familiar thing. You know, a lot of people really can't help but love animals. You know, there's something weird going on with how they keep them locked up and tied up, and how we have to, you know, enslave and domesticate. But I understand that's part and parcel of the whole thing that goes on. But it does.
Correct.
I will say it causes me suffering that we have that kind of situation with the animals right now. That they're so
manipulated.
Yeah, even the ones that are in the so-called wild are constantly being encroached upon and then put in zoos or in rescue services. So the animal thing, you know, anybody who's an animal lover, and I know there's a lot of you out there, just, you know, go for it. If your heart is guiding you to be an ally to animals, you're a great person. Go for it. And the animals need you.
And just, you know, second guess that whole zoo thing, right?
Yes.
Like, I know we're supposed, you know, we have to learn about the animals and this and that, but
listen to the animals.
There's a certain point where I stopped going to the zoo, because when I go to the zoo, I feel like that's what they did to black people. Like, you go to the zoo, oh, look at that monkey.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, look at that elephant behind that cage.
That's how I feel about
Right?
it.
It's really sickening. Like, really think about it. Like, they used to put us in those same things that they keep around those poor elephants' legs now. And you taking your child to the zoo.
Yeah.
Wake up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Wake up.
That bird spoke to us.
Very problematic. Yes.
Very problematic.
Very problematic.
It's very problematic.
Like, hey, witches, can you get me out of here?
Right.
Seriously.
Can a bird live?
It was a bird in the zoo.
It was a bird in the zoo.
Yeah, we were walking by the zoo.
Last night.
Can a bird live? Can a bird live? This is what we're asking.
Can a bird witch live?
Right.
When you see my photographs, you'll know what I mean.
Right.
Can a bird witch live?
Yeah.
Can you ladies talk about more about our ancestors and the importance of acknowledging them and
Yes. This is, you know, like, what's the deal with being Dr. G Love? One of the main deals with being Dr. G Love and sort of how I've been, you know, entrusted with whatever version of truth telling I've been entrusted with, and all the beautiful people who allow me to just stay open-hearted with them and in communion through the ethers and through the railway, the underground railway of the tree roots. You know what I mean? Right here is this person who I haven't seen physically in a long time, this beloved Kelly sitting right in front of me. And I'm just like, to see you is so amazing because if I walk past the tree, I might think of you. Look, I can't, this is what the tears, by the way, are for this person. There's this tree, a live tree with legs and arms sitting in front of me because I've come to know you more as a tree than I have as a person. Wow. And I've never had that relationship with anyone else before. I'm a decolonizing person. I don't have a long history of talking to others as trees. You're my first tree person. Look at me. I'm like, I mean this.
I have a song for you.
Will you please sing it?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Please come
Please,
over here.
come
Get
on.
over here
Come
and sing
it.
We need it because I can't even look at you without crying. Thank you, Asha. Oh, announce yourself to the people after we come.
Yes, indeed, sister.
One tree person. You're so soft for a tree. See, the tribe comes together.
Thanks.
Hello.
Oh, is this
Hello. Hi.
Her G, her T.
Look,
Hi,
look.
y'all.
All right, introduce yourself, please.
Yeah.
Can't talk.
My name is Kelly Greenlight, and I'm a tree. And I learned to decolonize my religion from this woman right here.
Tree.
And I'm gonna sing a song, and if you pick it up, you should sing it too. Okay, so it starts. Gotta get the drum foot.
Wait,
going.
first.
Should I
Can
turn
we
that
turn
music
this
down?
down?
Yeah, let me do that.
So that we can hear.
Kelly Greenlight.
Yeah.
You got anything you want to plug? What you doing? Put your website out there.
Thank you, sugar.
Yeah.
You got
I mean,
anything? You got a website to say out loud? You wish someone was looking at something on Instagram?
I
Say
know. Oh yeah, Instagram.
I don't
Hashtag
know.
beautiful healing. You got it. No G. Beautiful healing.
Healing.
And I'm working on a project called Photosynthesis. About the project that's absorbing light and feeding ourselves. So
What a tree.
this is the tree song.
We're doing the work.
This
Don't
is
get
the
it
tree
twisted.
song.
We doing the work.
Yeah. So it started.
Come on.
I wish I could be like this tree. 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 Waking up. Can you hear the trees calling your name? I know it sounds crazy. Take your cup and drink from the sun, it's there for you. I know it feels good too. I wish I could be like this tree. I wish I could be like this tree. Sing, I wish I could be like this tree. I wish I could be like this tree. I wish I. Did you know a tree was a home?
I wish I
For many.
could be like this tree.
Did you know a tree
like this tree?
dives deep into the earth? Did you know a tree was an escape?
wish I could be like this
Did you know a tree was a route home? Did you know a tree was a family? Did you know a tree was a you, was a me? Shedding its leaves in due season. Growing towards the sun.
I wish I could be like this tree. I wish I could
Knowing when it's time to let go.
I wish I could be like this
Knowing when it's time to grow.
I wish I could be like this tree.
I wish I could be like this tree.
I wish I could be like this
What else about the trees? What would you like to be?
I wish I could be like a deer. I wish I could be like a deer.
Yeah.
Be like a deer.
And what kind of tree would you be?
Be like a deer.
A willow tree.
Yeah.
Be like this tree.
A weeping willow tree.
Just a dancing.
A willow tree.
Willow tree. A weeping willow tree. I be tree, water me. 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 I be tree, like this tree. I be tree, water me. 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 I be tree, water me.
I've never been watered before.
Yeah.
A lot of water. So it's okay.
Thank you so much.
So we have about a little bit more than 5 minutes left.
But I want to speak to what Aja asked.
Yes.
The importance of ancestors.
Perfect.
Okay. The importance of, and I want to try to remember what she asked. Was like the importance of ancestor worship. Is that?
Talk to us about the importance of acknowledging
Your ancestors, right? We are all energy. We are all energetic beings, and the importance of acknowledging our ancestors is to know that they travel with us always, right? They are our helpers. They are our energetic helpers, and though you have put them in a grave or you have burned them, they are still here as energy formations of us. So when you acknowledge your ancestors, you acknowledge what brought you here, the energy that brought you here, the energy that is still ever present, the energy that is you.
Yes.
So when you are acknowledging your ancestors and reverence for them, you are acknowledging yourself and your place and your right to be on this planet. Right? You're acknowledging that you get to hold space on this earth. Right? And you are also acknowledging that you are the earth.
Yes.
It goes back to what we are saying. I wish that I can be like this tree. You are that tree. Remember, I told you, as women, you have fertile mucus that is the fern. Ever present and ever reminding you that you are the fern. That you are plant medicine, that you are the roots that were designed to be here before you got here on the planet, right? So ancestor reverence is merely the reverence of you and your babies, and not that you have to birth babies in this world to have babies.
And also,
that bush outside is your baby. Treat it as such.
and also your own potential is what I thought of as well, because you will be an ancestor, whether so recognizing your own potential once we're no longer here in this way as well, so you will still have a role.
Right, absolutely. You are infinite beings. And that's just not just a word that we are saying. You are infinite beings.
Right. And it's just gonna
you're gonna transform into something else.
Yeah.
So it's important.
So
It is important. Thank you for asking that question.
Does anybody else have any more questions?
2.5 minutes or less.
Yeah, we'd love to hear.
2.5 minutes or less.
I mean, we can
Can
continue,
you
but
sing?
we can go on forever, actually. But y'all people out there are not going to hear what we're going to say. So, Black Witch Chronicles, if we cut off, we love y'all.
We love you. I want to introduce my sister, my baby sister, Shantez. I love you. Thank you. Do you mind singing us out? Can you sing something to sing us out?
Nice.
Can she come here?
Come on, baby.
Come on.
Please.
Okay.
Can she come
Please.
here? Thank you.
Get in here, baby.
Get in here.
Come on, girl.
Get on the couch, baby. Yes. Yes, baby. Make
Come on.
space.
Go ahead. Your time is clicking.
Sing whatever you want, baby. Woke up this morning with a smile on my face. Jump out of bed, took a shower, dressed, cleaned up my place, made me some breakfast, there's toast, 2 scrambled eggs, grease, grab my keys, grab my purse, grab my jacket, off to work, beaming all the way down there. Is it the way you love me, baby? Talk about the universe.
Yeah.
Is it the way you love me, baby? Yeah.
Yes, Ashe. Black Witch Chronicles.
Black Witch Chronicles, we love you
Witch
so
Chronicles,
much.
April
Thank you.
2015.
Brooklyn.
PK. PK.
Yes.
My people.